Yeah. So that might be the journey that we'll be talking about. I mean, and it's like, I think a lot of people try to focus on like the type of relationships, but at the end of the day, a relationship is a relationship. Okay, this is why I'm always an advocate for people to go to therapy, because therapy is not because you think that you crazy or other people think you crazy. It's really not about that. It's about you really actually learning to understand yourself. Understand, why do you respond a certain type of way? Why don't I like to talk? Why don't I want to share my emotions? Like, okay, why do I have all this pressure on myself? It really helps you to understand yourself and why you make the type of decisions that you make. And doing that in correlation to having a relationship with God will help you to just change your daily decisions. Because I mean, we're all human ultimately. So yeah, everybody's not gonna do something the right way every single day. Sometimes we could be good for 3 months, and then 1 month come back and be like, God damn, I said I was gonna stop doing this. I said I was gonna stop doing that. We're all human. But guess what? The good thing is we get to try again the next day. It's nothing wrong with having old standards and it changing. You get what I'm trying to say? So, or requiring yourself to be a better version of yourself. Like I've learned, relationships, families is also relationships. Um, Business partnerships, that's a relationship. All of that is all different types of relationships. And you know what's all in common with it? Learning how to communicate. The relationship is not going to go well if you're not, going to learn how to communicate. And sometimes we have to learn that we have boundaries and you have to respect that. You can't get mad because people are requiring a certain people to be around you to have a certain stature. Either you're going to rise up or you're going to move around. Period, point blank. You know what I'm trying to say? So, and for whoever this is, don't be ashamed for setting your own standards, boundaries, making it clear how you are requiring people to behave if they want to be in your life. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, I've learned a lot of lessons. And I didn't realize that, because sometimes some of the stuff, like, you'll realize that a lot of decisions that you made was because maybe you didn't heal, you didn't love yourself, and sometimes we didn't even know that that was something that you was doing. So once you get to a certain place in your uh, journey, you'll start to understand. Because I'm Christian and I'm also spiritual, so could that be very much so unconventional, or I forgot the other word, but keep I keep wanting to say contradiction, but that's not what it is. Well, I guess a lot of people will be saying that is a contradiction, but people don't know what they've never experienced. Period, point blank. Okay, and I know who I'm connected to. I know who's my source. I know who and what I believe in. Can't nobody tell me otherwise. I know that the gift that I have, I know that there's nobody could have possibly gave me this but Jesus Christ himself. So for whoever that don't understand that, right now it's not a requirement for me to educate you on that. That's for you to seek that from God. But what I will say, just like there's false prophets, there's real ones. And that also applies when it comes to, you know, tarot readers. There's some that using their gifts in a way that they're not supposed to be doing, you know. some people do things have ill intent, but there's also real ones. There's a lot of them that actually are Christian, have relationship with God, you know, or whatever God. I know what God I serve, but I'm just saying, because in my head, when you think about certain things, so like when I first got my spiritual gift, I had a friend at the time, right? Crazy is that we're of the same faith as far as we're both Christian, right? And when I told her about my gift, one, I didn't realize at that time that, oh, I was, you know, I wasn't sure if I wanted to share that with her because I knew she was Christian, and she's extremely more religious, let's say that. And although I knew that, you don't have to necessarily agree, and I know, of course, everybody's not gonna understand or agree, and that's fine. Everybody have the right to be who they want to and what they agree with. So do what's best for you, beautiful. I experienced it, something that was so unreal, where I said, you can't tell me that this is not God himself, okay?